This is it. Week 3, RDL, Welsh Woobats versus the Durham Dragalges. Another clash. England versus Wales. And this is the 6th we're taking into battle. Urshifu, Excalibur, Tornadoes, Guard of War, Toxicroak, and a Bomber Snow. Start off with Urshifu. We've had to give up the extra damage of the black glasses to go with safety goggles and Terrifier to be able to counter Spore and Rage Powder from Toadstool and potential Wisps from either Rotom or their new signing Houndstone. Again, we've gone max attack. This time we've been able to dial back the speed a little bit. We've given him enough speed to be 1 point faster than max speed Tyranitar, and then everything else gone into bulk. Same moveset as last week. Unless I'm going to go choice band on him, that's going to be the standard 4 moves, I think. What else do you need for Urshifu? Excalibur. Luckily, we don't have to worry about Wisp on backs. He is immune to burn, thanks to thermal exchange. But unlike Urshifu, we do need to worry about Intimidate. So we've gone with a Clear Amulet. We've dropped the Earthquake and the Terra Ground this week. We've gone with Terra Grass so that we're immune to Spore, immune to Rage Powder. I've kept the Dragon Tail. I think that's an interesting move. And yes, Glaive Rush is going to be more damage, but the fact that you have to Glaive Rush and then either redirect or protect on the next turn kind of loses a bit of its power for me. That's almost like 120 base power 2-turn move. I'd rather have the Dragon Tail. Yes, it can miss, but we can use it to almost eject button out a Toadstool or a threat the backs is going to be quicker than. Again, speed-wise, he's EV'd to outspeed max speed Tyranitar. That's kind of the default speed tier I use for everyone because we are running Tailwind. So if Tailwind runs out and Tornadoes isn't around, we still outspeed the majority of their team. And speaking of Tornadoes, we've gone for a very fun set this week. This is kind of the little bit of tech I wanted to throw in for the week. So we've gone typical moveset, but I was very, very underwhelmed with Bleakwind Storm. So we've stuck with the Mental Herb. We've gone with Terra Dark because their main taunt user is Sableye, who's a prankster mon. So if we Terra Dark, Sableye can no longer taunt us. We're running Acrobatics. Now, what people forget with Tornadoes is that his base attack is only 10 points less than the special attack. So, once Sableye's attempted to taunt us, and that's going to happen, guaranteed, we now no longer have an item. We now have a 110 base power stab move that's 100% accurate, instead of a 100 base power spread special attacking move that can miss. Tornadoes is going to get taunted. They're going to try and stop us from putting up Tailwind. So if the inevitable double taunt happens, we're going to be able to fire off pretty strong acrobatics instead of the kind of feeble can miss bleak windstorms. Next, we have probably the GOAT of this team for the first 2 weeks, God of War. And this time, we're going for a bulky offensive set. I wanted to run God of War again. God of War has been really good for us these first 2 weeks, so we've gone with enough defense to keep her on the field, enough special attack to do pretty good chunk of damage into anything that isn't a ground type. If I remember correctly, that 148 special attack is enough to one-shot Gyarados if they're not incredibly bulky. The reason I went with Thunderbolt is because they have quite a few Darkmons that'll be completely immune to God of War psychic attacks. And I wanted a defensive Terra type. If you're running Thunderbolt, Terra Electric, boost it. It'll work. Next up, we have Toxicroak. Toxicroak is basically just here as my only source of fake out. If in game 1 they've got a pretty good setup to make sure they get up Trick Room, then game 2 we can bring Toxicroak for the fake out. Same goes for screens. If the screens are getting a bit out of hand, then I put Brick Break on there. We can bring him in. Thunder Punch again. Good into Gyarados. It's pretty good neutral damage into a lot of their team. Last, but certainly not least, a Bomber Snow. Weather Wars could be a thing. I'm not overly bothered about them having sand up. Bonus from sand is for special defense, which is one of the reasons why I've gone pretty much entirely physical attackers. But if they bring Houndstone and Houndstone starts getting a bit out of hand, or if Tyranitar is proving a pain in the butt and difficult to remove, then game 2, game 3, we can bring a Bomber Snow. We can start the Weather Wars. I've purposely gone with a lot of bulk and a lot of special attack. Ice Beam is going to be really good into the likes of Toadscruel. I just kind of preferred that over the spread damage of Blizzard. Plus, if Weather Wars are happening, then we could end up with a Bomber Snow on the field clicking Blizzard as Tyranitar switches in and takes away the snow. So, gone with Ice Beam. Giga Drain to give him a bit more staying power. Citrus Berry because if we're in the sand chip damage takes away Sash. And Aurora Veil, just in case. I purposefully not put speed investment in because if we open the battle with Tyranitar and a Bomber Snow, the slowest weather will stay up. So Tyranitar being quicker, he'll enter the battle, his Sandstorm will go up, then a Bomber Snow's Snowstorm will go up. It could prove a little bit of a nuisance later on, having him being slower than everything else, but that's why we've gone with so much bulk, especially on the physical side. And that is the team for the week. I've not really had the time to do a huge amount of prep, and I think I've done a grand total of 2 practice battles with this team. So we'll have to see how this goes. I'm fairly confident in the team, regardless of the practice, but it's always a disadvantage to not have a great deal of prep time like this. So let's get into the arena. So my week 3 game against the Dragalges ended up getting postponed. So here we are. We're back. We're doing this 10 days-ish late because I had some family stuff to take care of last week, so I wasn't able to play my week 3 or my week 4 games. We're now playing a bit of catch-up right before week 5 game, which is going to be a bit of a pain. I've made one slight tweak to the team, as you can see on the screen. That being, we switched from Terra Electric to Terra Grass on Gardevoir. I don't actually remember why I thought it was a good idea to have Terra Electric on Gardevoir when facing down a bunch of Pokemon that can run Earthquake and Earth Power. It was something going on in my head at the time, I guess, but I fixed it. It's there. Other than that, the team's exactly the same. I've still had no time to prep for this, so let's just see how it goes. Okay, so we have got a Terra Poison. He's kind of almost gone with the team I was expecting. Terra Poison, T-Tar. He hasn't brought Houndstone though, which is surprising. King Gambit, Flamigo, Gallade. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I think we need... Let's just lead with those. We'll bring them... And we'll bring Nico. Get notebook ready. That music is a bit loud. Let's mute it. There we go. That should be better. Right. We are in. He's led with the T-Tar and the Gallade. So, fake out the Gallade. And... I could go for a Wicked Blow on the Gallade as well. Cool. And it's gone. Amazing. Tyranitar's coming back out. So now... Now we're in a bit of a pickle. Duck. Walk. Line of fighting. And swap out there. Terra Fire. Both combat with T-Tar. See him gone. Brave Bird. Oh, that's still KO'd. Okay. But he took a lot of recoil in the process. So let's... What have I got? I can't bring Evil Kermit out. Let's bring out... We've got a Rotom. just get up the tailwind. Let's moon blast the flamingo. Yeah. Got the tailwind. We lost a ton at us, but that's absolutely fine. Got the para on Kermit. Not what we wanted, but we just double it up now. Whew. I actually think we can do pretty much the exact same thing. Level Sableye this time. This will probably be greens or taunt. We need to fake out the Glade. I'm just going to do the exact same thing. Because if he swaps the Glade, then whatever's coming in takes a wicked blow. And I've got King Gambit. I'm going to break the Sableye. Do I want to keep... Do I want to keep the Ursh in? Or do I want to swap him out? I'm just going to go for it. Goodbye, King Gambit. He ain't protected. That's fine. The Encored Evil Kermit. That's fine. So... what we do here is we swap him out. That. Fire didn't take out. Let's just double swap. Oh, that KO'd that time. Okay. Tailwind, Thunder Punch Flamingo. That's it. Oh, now we have the tech. Now we can go for Acrobatics, Sableye. We can go for the Thunder Punch on Flamingo again. Yeah. Can't taunt Sableye. Is he going to protect the Flamingo? did over 50. Let's do that. Let's protect. Get rid of that Sableye, stop those quashes. Shouldn't have let I shouldn't have done a double switch like that. I should have protected. Got a single switch, got tailwind. Yeah. That's where I thought he was going to go. Right. Week 3 match review. We got a win. We're now 2-1. And I was pleasantly surprised with how well I played. I kept calm, despite forgetting about the defense drop from close combat and losing Urshifu in that game 1. And I don't think I made many mistakes. There was one turn where I did a double swap, which I definitely shouldn't have. I should have swapped out Toxicroak, protected Urshifu, and then swapped out Urshifu the next turn. But it didn't end up costing us, thankfully. I was quite rightly, I think, playing that match fairly aggressively. Other than that, I've got no complaints. Despite the minimal prep, what prep I had made worked exactly how I wanted it to. Toxicroak ended up being a lot more key to the match than I was expecting. So, yeah. Don't learn as much from your wins as your losses. So, don't really have anything else to add. Alberta played very, very well. Massive congrats to him for contributing to what was, in my opinion, a really, really good battle. That Flamigo of his, I always forget how strong Flamigo is as a Pokemon, and he always has the best Sableye sets. They're so irritating to play against. Yeah, on to week 4. Still playing catch up, obviously. Thank you all for watching. Apologies that this is a bit of a more rushed video than usual. But I will see you in the next one.